And what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Cematary Mary. I know it's been a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot all this stuff that's happened. A day or two passed since then. Not much happened, but I have been unable to stop thinking about my encounter with Sunny. It was just so bizarre to me. Out of anything I could have dreamt up. Unless, of course, I had already spoken to a ghost that day. That couldn't have been possible, and yet I thought back to the book I read, but I don't understand. I haven't done anything special. I didn't recite any chant or practice any written method. Why would I be suddenly be able to talk to a ghost? Maybe it was all a weird, consensual dream after all. I had to be sure. I decided to head back down to the cemetery during the morning. Even though I knew the general area where everyone was, I didn't really have an idea of who I was really looking for. I think you might be interesting. Decided to sat myself down by the grave, then shifted myself into a laying position over top of it. This felt weird, but I had to know. I shut my eyes and tried to think of nothing more than sleep, hoping that I could somehow fall asleep soon. But I'm not exactly sure when, but I did. For when I woke up, the sound of a graceful violin. It happened again. Just like with Sunny, I woke up somewhere new. This is the theater, isn't it? It's soaked in shades of green. Never been in a place like this before. Felt like a dream and yet not quite. Wasn't quite a dream, right? What is this place? Take a whiff. Took a deep inhale, trying to smell what I could. Everything smelled faintly of lilies. I can barely hear the violin, but I can hear it. There, let me check out the volume there. But I couldn't see any flowers at all, which, in my opinion, was a little sad. Such a lovely musician should at least receive a bouquet. Listen. Sound of the elegant violin reverberated throughout the theater. The violins at the top of the stage could continue to play, despite the fact that I was the only one here. It was beautiful to listen to. It felt like as if I could sit in one of these chairs and listen for hours. But I know I did not have that kind of time. Still, what a shame to cut off our performance so early. Let's approach the stage. I walked up to the stage. The musician's gym was becoming clearer to me as I did. They noticed me approaching, shifting their gaze on me. They slowly stopped playing their violin. They placed it off to the side, expecting me to join them on the stage. So I did. I climbed up on the short stairs that led up to the stage. The echoes creaked loudly in the huge room. The musician then gestured to an extra stool, hiding just behind the curtain. I grabbed it and placed it beside theirs. Ow! My fucking ears. I jacked up the volume on my headset. Hold on. There we go. Lyndon Malton? The one and only. It really is you. Well, I don't see who else it could be. You're supposed to be dead, aren't you? Yes. And I am. So it all checks out, does it not? I mean, I guess so. Then, what brings you here, my dear? Well, sleep, I guess. Sleep? That's a tad silly, don't you think? Silly? You're playing the violin in an empty theater. Oh, it's not empty. You're here, after all. Well, I suppose you have a point. Wait, I'm getting off topic. I wanted to talk about... Am I really speaking to a dead person right now? I don't know. Am I? Huh? Well, no. I'm not dead. At least I don't think I am. You don't sound sure of it. You're the only one... You're the one always visiting us. You think you would know by now. Me? Visiting? But I've never been here before. Well, maybe once before, but that's it. Nonsense. You're always here. I'd even say you're here more often than when you aren't. I don't understand. sure you don't, little flower girl. I suppose all those petals that find their way upon my sage just happen to fall from the sky. I don't follow. Silly, silly, silly. You're always bringing flowers. Don't you think we didn't receive them? Wait, sorry. Are you telling me when I bring you flowers, they wind up here? Seems so. Then I really am talking to a dead person right now. Not very quick, are you, dear? That's alright. Sorry, it's very exciting to actually be talking to you. Yes, I used to get that a lot. Although normally it's in a different context. Wow, this is so... Wait. I'm a bit confused, though. Lydian, you... Yes? Well, it's just that. According to your tombstone and all... Yes, what about it? Well, if it's correct... You shouldn't be this young. I'm gonna be respectful. I am not gonna be that type of asshole. You look like you could come by my age. But how can that be? You died when you were in your 70s. That's true. Then, well, I guess I'm just having trouble understanding because you you look very good for your age. Very funny, but no. It's true that I died in my 70s. I just liked my looks better when I was younger. Can you blame me? I believe I was in my prime. But this was in my prime. Mary. And once again, I was ripped out of the stage role by a very familiar voice. Mars, what are you doing? You okay? Kroven moved out of the way as soon as I stood up on my own 2 feet, brushing the dirt off myself. Hello. Hi. No offense, but... What were you doing? We have beds at home, you know. You didn't have to sleep on the ground. You're not going narcoleptic on me, are you? No, nothing like that. I did it on purpose, actually. Why? Well, it's like... I don't know how else to say it, but... I think... Yeah? I think I could talk to ghosts. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. Yeah, no, I believe you. So, did Jasper the friendly ghost invite you over for tea, or... Kroven? I really am being serious. I swear, I'm not lying. If I could Wait, let me rewind. Oh, hold on. Grover, if I could prove it to you, then maybe... Okay. If you're serious, then I believe you. But, sleeping outside is kinda... a little fucking dangerous, yeah? So maybe, like, don't do that. Especially all by yourself. Ah, right, well... Yo, Groven! Groven and I turned our heads, looked towards the cemetery gates. Theodore and Zapara were on the other side. Theodore was waving over to us, hand high in the air. Zapara had her hands gripped tightly around the bars of the gate. She was bouncing up and down, trying to get Groven's attention, as if we couldn't already see them. Groven turned around and walked over to the gate to talk to him, but they still didn't step inside. I followed behind at a distance. Well, look who finally decided to show up. Us? What about yourself? I'm always here. I'm supposed to be. What you doing here, anyways? I thought we weren't allowed in here anymore. Heh, yeah. But I saw Mars asleep here and I had to wake her up. Asleep? She a fucking narcoleptic or something? Nah. At least pretty sure she's not. I just think she could talk to ghosts, that's all. You're kidding. Hey, don't laugh so loud. Could you show us that? Eh? I want to see. I don't know, let's see. Yo, Mars. Groven called out. You want to show the boys what you can do? Huh? Show us you can talk to ghosts. We were gonna go to a haunted place anyways. Haunted? Yeah. We were just gonna dig around, maybe pick up an Ouija board on the way there. If you could talk to ghosts, then you're just as good, right? Fuck. You know what? I'm genuinely weighing my options. Part of me wants to say no because A, they're fucking assholes, and B, in the last episode, they really did something that annoyed the fuck out of me. But I really want to hang out with Croven. Because I remember the developer still saying, like, I'm on towards the Croven route. And I want to see all the endings. Fuck it. Really? Yeah. Maybe it'll be fun. Whoop whoop. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. Okay, who the fuck put double espresso in her coffee? I followed Crove and his friends out of the cemetery. I wasn't even sure where we were going, but I felt as though I couldn't decline their invitation, especially since things didn't end great with us last time, and I didn't want to leave a bad impression. Man, fuck bad impressions. The only reason I chose yes is because I just wanted to see what the fuck happens. That and plus, as the developer said, I'm going towards the Croven route. By the way, sorry if I keep saying fucking brain. Sorry if it seems like I'm looking over here constantly. I'm checking out my my OBS, making sure shit's recording fine. But it was fine. I was sure that if I just stayed close to Croven, I'd probably be okay. I followed close behind as they walked, talking amongst themselves. I wasn't really turned into their conversation, too busy caught up in my own thoughts. But then, after walking a while, we entered a much different part of the city. This area of the city was more suburban than anything else. There were actual, well, houses. The kind with lawns and stuff, not just apartments. They weren't anything too special, just standard houses. I guess a house is worth it if you really value your privacy, but these areas these areas of town always felt out of place. And since there were only houses here, no shops or anything like that, I felt like a trespasser entering the neighborhood. Even if what we were doing was walking around, like I said, I stayed close to Croven. And I made note of the house that we were approaching. I actually know that feeling a lot because lately, since me and my fiance are moving, and she sold her truck recently, so I've been walking back and forth to work, and I know that exact feeling because I have to cut through a neighborhood to get to work early. Because there's two ways from my work to from where I am. And it's either take a straight shot, which is cutting through a Kroger parking lot and then going straight up the road. There's no sidewalk, so I gotta basically walk on the side of the road. Or, like, close to the edge where there's a lot of gopher holes. And it's a faster way, but it has more risk of me either getting run over or twisting my ankle. Meanwhile, the other way is I cut through a neighborhood that is literally on an intersection for a Denny's. And I cut through a neighborhood, and it takes longer, but it's a fuck ton more safer. And then stopped in front of... Here she is. This house. It was a bit bigger and nicer than the others on this road. And it had not been the state of despair. Sorry. Had it not been in the state of despair it was in, you could see the cracks in the windows all the way from the sidewalk. Not to mention all the tall, unruly grass that probably hadn't been cut in ages. It looked like there was probably some sort of gate or fence at the point, but not anymore. There was nothing stopping us from waltzing right up to the front door. This house is haunted? Well, just look at it. Someone died here? Hell if I know. And how can you know if it's haunted? Wouldn't being haunted imply there's a ghost there? Come on, no bickering. You're wasting time. Let's just go in already. We walked right up to the front door. Croven was able to open it with no resistance at all. As soon as the door was open, an awful stench flooded out from the inside of the house. How long has this place been abandoned for? We stepped into the house and through the archway which led us to what looked like a living room. It was in shambles, to say the least. I caught after a few steps inside. It felt hard to breathe, as if there's too much dirt in the air to really breathe properly. It was very gross. Yeah. I didn't realize how fucking moist the air was. Haven't you been here before? Kinda. Doesn't matter. We're here, so go on. Do your thing. Oh, what, the ghost thing? Duh. That's kind of what we're all here for. What she means is that we'd like to see you talk to ghosts like you claim you were able to. Oh, right, well, I mean, it isn't that easy. So far, I've only been able to do it in my sleep. And, well, you just woke me up a while ago. Oh, come on. I'm sure you can do it. You have to at least try. We didn't drag you all the way out here for nothing. But we don't even know if this place is even haunted. Okay, just a real quick out of the way question. Developer. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name off the top of my head at the moment. If you can get me some, like, good pictures of her... Hold on. Of Zapara? Could you get like some good high-def pictures? Because I think she would make a sick phone wallpaper. And the only wallpaper I have on my phone at the moment is... Well, my lock screen is a picture of my wife, but my wallpaper is the picture of Yujiro Hanma's demon bag from Baki, and I've been wanting to change it to something else. But we don't even know if this place is truly haunted. What if it's just a waste of time? Well, there's only one way to check it out then, isn't there? Still, like I said, I just woke up, you know? I know I'm usually pretty good at, like, just falling asleep wherever, but I don't think I can fall back asleep quickly after waking up. Groven can sing you a lullaby. Fuck no! You do it. Aw, bro, you know my singing voice isn't as angelic as yours. Mars, would you be able to fall asleep if I sang you a lullaby? OMG, OMG, OMG! Crow Boy's gonna sing to us. Fuck you, it's not for you. Groven seemed to be embarrassed. Lay down on the couch. I'll try singing for you. I did what he asked me. Everyone was already there, but I didn't want to let anyone down. Besides, I couldn't hurt to try, right? I laid back down to the old couch and closed my eyes, hoping that it wouldn't break beneath my weight. I heard Groven's friends begin to giggle amongst themselves as Groven cleared his throat, readying himself to sing to me. I must admit, I almost giggled myself when I heard him start to sing. Ouch! I accidentally misclicked. Mary had a little lamb. Although I'm not sure I would describe his voice as angelic, it was actually pretty nice to listen to. The only songs he usually sang along were our loud punk ones, so it was a nice change of pace. And despite how dank the air was, and how itchy the sofa felt, I actually did end up finding myself drifting out to sleep. Suddenly I was awake, and I was in the bathroom of the old house. Did it work? Was I in the same realm as the ghosts again? Then maybe this house really was haunted after all. Hello? I called out into the house. No response. I guess it'd better look around then. I got up from out of the tub, careful not to slip on my way out. I exited the bathroom into the hallway. Looking down, and the house seemed a lot bigger on the inside, even though it seemed big enough on the outside already. I hoped I wouldn't get lost as I started to look around. The hallways were long and almost a bit disorienting. I had no idea what the floor was on, or where the staircase was, or any idea on how to get back to the entrance. But if I was here right now, surely there was someone's ghost that I could talk with, right? I'll find my way around, but where should I start looking for? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Window. I looked out the window to try and get a better gathering of where I was. Besides, it was probable that the ghost would be standing outside too, maybe the garden or something? I wiped the dust out the window, coughing a bit as it came off into the air. I cupped my hands to the glass and peered outside. Still pretty hard to see, though it appeared that it was not at least second floor of the house. I didn't see anybody outside, though. Ghosty, where are you? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I've seen some fucking horror movies. Ain't no way in hell I'm checking the door that's fucking open. No. Broken door, that's just something from the fucking Shining. Door of the crystal knob, maybe? Let's check the door of the crystal knob. I approached the door that had a crystal knob on it. None of the other doors I had passed something like this. Must have led to a special room. I grabbed the knob of the door. The crystal felt cool in my hand. I turned the knob, but the door wouldn't open. I tried again, but it would not open. I decided just to give up on it. I did not want to force it open. Besides, if it was locked, it probably meant it wasn't supposed to be in there anyways. Back. Cracked door? I approached the door with a large crack across the front. Went in to reach for the knob. There was none. Looked like it had fallen off some time ago. I tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. Leaned over and peered into the hole where the knob would be. Nothing. Or rather, it was too dark to see anything. Oh well. Fuck. How much you want to bet as soon as I open the door that's open, there's either going to be a motherfucking hang in there like a human pinata, or there's going to be a freaking dude in a hockey mask with a fucking machete. Bonus points for anyone in the comments that gets the reference. I looked towards the door at the end of the hall. It was slightly open. I walked over to it and opened it all the way. Looked inside the room. There was a bookshelf with hardly any books, and a worn-down, cozy chair to sit and read them in. But no ghost. I closed the door all the way this time and said, "Let it alone." Oh. Of course it had to be the door I made a freaking Shining reference. I noticed there was a door that hadn't broken off its hinges. This placed precariously in front of the doorway it belonged to, so it covered it, but it wouldn't topple over. Walked over and grabbed the door with both hands, lifted it up, and then gently brought it to the side. I appeared at the now open doorway. Little light from the windows leaked through, but it wasn't enough to see with. There was an old metal frame single bed at the end of the room, and an old desk at the other. Other than that, there wasn't much else, and there was no ghost either. I placed the door back on the doorway, and then I found it. I kept looking, but the place seemed completely empty. What was I going to do? Surely I'd be waking up soon. When I did, I'm sure the others would be expecting to hear what I found. Should I just make up a story of the ghost I met here? Just gonna save real quick. I mean, they wouldn't know the difference if I did, right? Seemed like they'd be my only option until... That actually made me jump. Footsteps. There was someone here after all. Heard them run away from my direction. Wait, come back! I followed after them. Direction they ran to led me to a door. When I opened it, there was a staircase behind it leading upwards into what looked like an attic door. Climb, because that's my only option. I guess there's only one thing to do. I climbed the stairs and opened the attic stall door. Upon reaching the top, I was confronted by another open doorway. Light was leaking through it. There was a window up there. I walked closer and turned the corner and then... Ah, fucking knew it. Well, hell yeah, you cut them down. That's pretty much the only form of respect you do. If you see someone that did that... Sorry if it seems like I... How do I even put this? Let's just say that thing ain't a pretty sight for me, because I actually had a family member. Let's not get too much into it. Anyway, I have to, whoever you are. I took a step forward, reached my hands up and... Oh, fuck you, Zamara. Just when I was saying you were going to be one of my favorite characters. And not only that, and I was just about to talk about a touchy subject. I stumbled backwards and fell to the floor. Dude, that was so fucking funny. Oh, fuck. You should, you should see the look on your face right now. I got you so good, dude. Uh-oh. I started to sob, bawl, quite loudly, and embarrassingly. Sapara tried to talk to me, but I was too wrapped up in my own tears. Heard Heavy Thumb say, hey, what's going on? As Grove and Theodore found their way up to the attic to meet us. Then they saw me. Both of them seemed shocked and upset, and quickly diverted their attention to Sapara. Hey, what the fuck happened? The hell did you do to her, Sapara? It wasn't even anything. I just pretended to hang from the noose. I gave her a little spook when she got close. She's the one making a big deal of it. Dude, what the fuck? Not cool, dude. That wasn't the prank we agreed upon, asshole. You think we can just do whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, I do. Because I can. This shit's fucking stupid. I didn't do anything that bad. Bullshit, you didn't do anything that bad. Too fucking far, Zach. Whatever. Do you want me to say I'm sorry? Is that all you want me to do? Leave me alone. Mary, wait! I ran out of the attic. In fact, I ran all the way out of the house. Kept running down the street until I got back to a more familiar area of the city. Tears blurred my vision as I kept running. I think I was just feeling fueled by my emotions at this point. I was so... I don't know what to think of any of them. Enough is enough. I tried so hard to be nice, to be polite, to be their friend. But it was clear to me now that what could never happen. I could never be friends with people like this. People like... And to think Crowman continues to be friends with them. It's no wonder he's been so mean to me lately. And it was always going on in my head. Till I kept running, and running, and running. Until I bumped into somebody. Whoa, is everything alright? Voice. Reginald? Oh shit, I forgot about Reginald. Are you okay? Oh. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. Oh, wait a minute now. You seem awfully worked up. What happened? No, it's okay, don't worry about it. Not worry. Look at you. You're a mess. Sorry. This probably wasn't the right word of choice, but clearly very distressed. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's fine. I'll just go home. Mary. Would you come with me? Hmm? Why? I was actually on my way to a little place that calms me down. I think you could use the trip there too. No, it's okay. Please, you really don't have to worry. I'll be fine. I would feel a lot better if you came with me. Please? Normally I would say red flag, but he's genuinely concerned. Alright, I'll come with. Rachel gave me a soft smile after I said it. Thank you. I very much appreciate your company. Come, follow me. Even though he said follow me, Reginald grabbed me by my wrist and began to guide me down to the sidewalk. I was a bit confused of the direction we were going, though. Is it this way? I don't think there was much of anything on this road. Well, it's a bit of a secret, but it's part of what I like about it. If it gets too popular, then that'd ruin the very peaceful atmosphere. I think it's better if less people knew, but I think I could trust you and not tell anyone about it. Alright. I kept walking with him, and eventually we reached the more desolate area of the city. There was no one walking in the streets, and all the windows of the buildings started to pass were all dark. No one had any of their lights on. There were no cars on the street either. It was strangely barren around here. Say, what street are we on again? Are you sure we're going to the right direction? Yes, no need to worry. We're almost there. Okay. At then a certain point, Reginald stopped walking. He looked down at the dark alley, and then walked into it. Well, aren't you coming? I feel pretty weird about walking down into an alley. No one around. On a street I'm unfamiliar with. But he was waiting for me. I'm gonna save just in case if it's like this is gonna be a dead end thing, because I honestly want to see what happens. I took a deep breath and followed him down the alley. He was standing next to a door that I only noticed because of a golden handle. He raised a finger to his lips and said, "Shh." He then opened the door. Oh my. Ooh, nice! It was a coffee place, and it was adorable. Pretty string lights are hanging from the walls and the ceiling, and the calm music playing throughout. There were decorations of intricate tapestries, in addition of some rugs softened on the hard concrete floor. There were very few people here, and they hardly made any noise as they spoke, as if they were in a library or trying not to disturb anyone else. Not to mention the aroma. Even if I don't like coffee, I can't deny how pleasant the smell is. All of it together feels magical. See? Told you it was nice. The place seems so delightful. However, did you discover it? That's a secret. But maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building. Reginald closed the door behind us. Then I followed him to the counters, and he asked about what I wanted. Oh, don't worry, I can pay for myself. No, please. I insist. Consider a thank you for accompanying me. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself a coffee, and I asked for a hot chocolate for myself. Felt a little silly ordering it, but the barista didn't seem to care at all. Even when I asked for marshmallows. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down to an empty couch onto the building. I can't talk today. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. I think the mugs they offer here are cute and better for the environment. Well, how do I put it? I'm just particular about using the same things as other people, that's all. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? To bring your mug from home, because I would still need to wash it out. And I would absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. You gotta be there. Anyways, you feeling any better? Oh, who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing. Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But if it's okay to ask about it now, what got you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about it, especially since you would know these people anyways. So, where do I start though? Well, I spent a lot of time with my kinda cousin, but I recently met his other friends. I told Reginald all about what happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It's like I had to start with one thing, but then it led into all the other things too. Told him about how intimidating they were when I first met them. And how about they disrespected the cemetery. And about the incident what happened with them just today. Already I was trying to block it from my memory. And Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that. I just wasn't sure where to begin. Alright. Why are you apologizing? I'm actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weigh on you. You know, Mary, I must admit, I am not at all a violent person. Oh, how I wish I could teach those adults a lesson right now. Where do they get off on thinking that kind of behavior is alright? no, it's okay. I just won't hang out with him anymore. But at least I tried, right? That's all you can do in this life. Right. But yes, don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't appreciate a good thing when it's right in front of them. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. It means a lot to me too. Then, I received a text message, took out my phone, drove in and messaged me. Mary, where'd you go? You're not at the cemetery. At least, I don't see you here. You know what? Fuck Krogan. Actually, I put my phone away without responding to him. Reginald, are you busy? No, not really. I'm gonna run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. Why do you ask? Can I come along? You want to run errands with me? Yeah. I don't really feel like going home. At least not right now. Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome. Come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again. Spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. Wasn't anything too big. We bought some stuff from the hardware store and things he needed for a bit of a do-it-yourself car repair. Wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils, but nothing too big to carry. I also helped him pick up a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, but he picked up some strawberries too before they got out of season. Wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him. And enjoy completing these simple tasks with someone who wasn't trying to trick me or to make me cry. Before we knew it, it started to get dark. I told Reginald I had to get going. Get home safely then, alright? I promised him I would, and then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad, or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home, I opened the door to the cabin. Someone was waiting there for me. And he was not happy. About fucking time you got home. Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts. Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me. I'm the one who's supposed to be mad at you. Do you have any fucking idea what could have happened to you? I can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Is this really what this is about? Get the fuck over it, Mary. All of you just wanted to make fun of her. You all just wanted to make fun of me. Seriously? It's not like I can fucking control every little thing they do. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault. And I don't know why the fuck you're getting so fucking mad at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. If you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, you wouldn't be having this problem. You're making fun of me again. There you go, making fun of me again. Don't you have anything better to do? Oh, give me a fucking break. You know, maybe that's why you're so mean with me. Huh? Come again? What is that supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people? No wonder you become such a bad person. Oh, really now? That's how you feel? That's not what I meant. You mean it's definitely how I feel. You don't know what the point... I don't know at what point you stopped, but you definitely aren't a good person anymore. I don't know who this person is, but the Krogan I know would have never been this cool. The Krogan you know? Ain't that rich. Let me tell you something. The Krogan you knew died with the other fucking Crow versions. Krogan. Can't say that. So fucking useless, already. You really hate me that much. Why are you even so cute? I can't believe this shit. No! Give me another option. I shouldn't have to apologize. He's being a fucking dickhead here. He at least should have been able to at least fucking stand up to Mary, being like, dude, that wasn't fucking cool. He should have been the one fucking pissed. If she was my cousin and my buddy tried that shit, I'd fucking deck him. Well, if they were a dude. If it was a chick, then I'd just chew him out. Then maybe I should just leave. If that's how you feel, maybe you should. Take all your stupid fucking baggage with you. Groven stormed off after that. I went the other way and marched upstairs. Felt like crying all over again, but I think I used up all my tears for the day. I was going to text the number again, because, well, that's what I always do before I go to bed. But when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I haven't really seen her since that night at the club. Hey, Mary. I know it's late, and so I don't blame you if you're already in bed. But I figured I'd ask you anyways, since it's not overly time-sensitive. I'm going to be at the library tomorrow looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I figured you could come and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I could come and help. I think it's a really great idea. I'll make sure to be there first thing in the morning. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'll be sure to see you there. I'd agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did it despite a Grover, but it would be a nice distraction, I think. Distraction from all the bad stuff happening today. And I wouldn't have to think about it tomorrow. When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. I wasn't even sure if Groven was still home, but I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning. And even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around that early, she was still there when I arrived. Twyla, you're already here? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you weren't going to be here this early. I don't think it's super early, but that's not the point. You're here to help me with my research, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call this episode here. And a lot of interesting stuff is happening, and I honestly cannot wait. Sorry, I'm just checking. Look at, there we go, preferences. Wanted to turn up the music volume a little bit. Anyway, hope you all like this video. If so, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and I hope you all have a great day.